Hey everybody, Wisnefske here. And when people think about investing in real estate, they think that they have to actually own the property, that they have to go out and get a loan, maintain the property, deal with the tenants, deal with the problems, all that happy stuff that comes with owning property. And in this video, I wanted to tell you about a way that you can actually invest in real estate without actually owning a property and having to deal with all of those other things such as tenants and maintenance items. And that is by being a lender, basically a private money lender for investors that are looking to buy property. So take me, for example. I have experience owning properties, buying properties, selling properties, and I like to own them. I'm okay with maintaining them. So I'm always looking for properties. The problem is I don't always have the cash to be able to buy something outright. And it always doesn't make sense to go to a loan, to get a loan through a traditional bank. And so I have people that have talked with me that say, hey, I want to start investing in real estate, but I don't want to own property. And so what I do is I offer them the opportunity to basically help me buy a property. In exchange, they get to be a lender. Basically, they hold a mortgage on the property. And so what happens is, let's say we have a project right now and I need $100,000 in order to secure the property and make some upgrades and stuff like that. Well, if there's one person that has $100,000 just sitting around and it's just sitting in the bank not doing anything, I can work with them and we can work together where they would actually fund the deal. And in exchange for that, we would do a private mortgage and fixed rate note where you'd be getting a set amount every month, and your interest on the money, let's say it's 10% or 5%, something like that, that's all spelled out. And then that mortgage actually gets filed against the property. So let's say, heaven forbid, the deal goes south and I default on it, you got to foreclose on me. Basically, your mortgage would then say that you have a claim to the property, so you'd actually just get the property, and then you could sell it and recoup your money that way. I don't want to make it sound like I don't care about that and make light of that situation, thinking that it's so easy. The idea is not to take money and then default on a property, but basically what I wanted to say is your investment is backed by a piece of real estate, and that is on the title. So if I would ever go and sell a property that you have a mortgage on, the title company will find that mortgage, it's recorded, we'll have to calculate a payoff. So I sell the property, your money that is owed would then be paid off at the closing, so that you'd have all of your investment back. So what is the advantage and disadvantage of something like this? The advantage is you don't have to go out, find a property, maintain a property, deal with the property taxes, deal with the tenants and stuff like that. That'd be all me, or another investor if you find one. So there's really advantage there. It's kind of just your money is making interest. You're getting payments every month. At the end of the year, you'd get a 1099 from me showing how much interest that I paid to you. You'd give that to your accountant and they would count it as income. The downside is obviously there's risk with any investment, right? If the property burns down, well, that's going to create a shit storm. If I default on a payment and you got to foreclose, that's going to create another shit storm. So there, just like any other investment, it could go to zero. Just like if you put $100,000 into the stock market and that company declares bankruptcy or gets bought out and the stock price goes down and it goes up and down and almost to zero, there's risk with that. I like to think that real estate has less risk than a stock market and stuff like that. It's I consider it more stable, especially if we're buying rental properties. Basically, the tenants are funding all the mortgage payments and the expenses, so that is backed by rental income. We like to have reserves in case we have any vacancies. There also might be a piece of land that I'm interested in, and I basically personally guarantee that I'll make the payments on that. So that's, again, backed by the real estate with your mortgage recorded on the title. And when I'm trying to find a deal, I'm not looking to overpay on things. I like to give myself some room in case there is an instance where we do have to sell the property. I don't want to be bringing money to closing just to offset a mortgage and closing costs. So we do our due diligence on properties. I'm actually was looking to buy a property, and through our due diligence, it looked like a really good deal on paper, but then we started finding issues based on title and just the condition of the property. So we're going to cancel that deal rather than just take a risk and say, hopefully it works out. So basically, I got to treat your money like it's my money, and any investor should be doing that as well. They owe you a fiduciary responsibility. This is definitely not a pitch to get your money or anything like that. I simply just wanted to make you aware that there are other people already doing this, and they're not just some big wig rich people that have money to burn. These are everyday people that are just sick of money sitting in the bank and earning nothing, or they don't want to do a CD or anything like that. But they do want to diversify a little bit, and they've always wanted to invest in real estate, but they just don't want to own anything. They'd rather just be kind of that bridge between buying a property and closing on a property, and helping somebody out. So there are ways to get involved with that. Feel free to reach out to me. Either myself probably has a deal that I could pass by you, or I have friends that would want to do that, or local communities that I'm a part of that can get you a return on some cash that you might have laying around, and secure that investment with a recorded mortgage on the property that spells out all the terms that you're supposed to be paid back. So any questions, feel free to reach out. I hope you have a great rest of your day. And if you're looking to get started in any sort of investment, just reach out to me and I'll be happy to point you in the right direction.